So, hello everyone, welcome back to my class. In this very nice occasion, we would like to discuss a new topic. It is about designing classroom language test. So, in this meeting, related to the topic that I've mentioned previously, we will draw the foundations and tools to begin the process of designing tests or revising existing tests. To start the process, we need to ask some critical questions. So these are some critical questions to start before we design the classroom language test. So the first one is about what is the purpose of the test, and then we need to understand about what the objectives of the test, and then how will the test specification reflect both the purpose and the objectives. And we should also questioning about how will the test task be selected and the separate items arranged. And the last one is about what kind of scoring, grading, and or feedback is expected. So let's take a look at the first critical question we need to discuss. That is about what is the purpose of the test. So in understanding this first critical question, we need to question ourselves about why am I creating this test, or why is the task created? Is the test for an evaluation for overall proficiency, or is it for uh, is it for placing into a course, or to place into a course, or the purpose is to measure achievement within a course, so that later, once we have established the major purposes of a task, later we can determine its objective. So the next critical questions we need to understand is about the objectives of the test. So what is actually the objective of the test? What specifically am I trying to find out by providing the test? So then, establishing appropriate objectives involves a number of issues ranging from relatively simple ones about forms and function covered in a course unit to much more complex ones about construct to be operationalized in a test. It then includes what language abilities are to be assessed. So once we understand the objectives of the test, then we can have a very detailed understanding about what to test and into what specific level the test will be. The third question we need to figure out is about how will the test specification reflect both the purpose and the objectives. To evaluate or design a test, we need to make sure. So before evaluating and designing a test specifically, we need to make sure that the objectives of the test we are going to design are incorporated into a structure that appropriately weights the various competencies being assessed. So as what has been clearly explained or described on the principle of the assessment, specifically for the validity, yeah, on the principle of the validity. You can check later how to contrast this idea into what is mentioned from the validity of the principle of assessment. So the next question is about the way the the way the test task will be selected, and the separate items arranged. How to arrange or how to separately arrange the item. The tasks need to be practical actually, guys, in the ways defined in the previous session. The task should also achieve content validity by presenting tasks that mirror the course being assessed. Tasks should then be able to evaluate it reliably by the teacher or the scorer. The test should also strive for authenticity, and the progression ought to be biased for the best performance. So then the last question we need to figure out is about kind of scoring, grading, and or feedback is expected. So it can be vary in the form and function of feedback depending on the purpose of the task itself. It is under some circumstances a letter grade or a holistic score may be appropriate. Other circumstances may require that a teacher offers substantive washback to the learner.